Paul Eccles at Performance Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in St. Catharines, Ontario here today. Here to show you the 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT 8. The vehicle really doesn't need me to say a whole lot. It sells itself on many different levels, but I'm just going to kind of take you through a little bit feature by feature on the vehicle, give you a bit of an idea of what this $73,000 dream vehicle is made of. Very rare vehicle, first of all, to begin with. Engine-wise, 6.4 liter V8, 470 horsepower with 465 pound torque. So absolutely amazing as far as the speed of the vehicle. One of the options on this particular car is that we do have the 20-inch black chrome forged aluminum wheels. And you'll notice that the Brembo brake pads just stick out like a sore thumb right behind there. So really nice as far as the exterior. Now on the SRT, you will notice that the front fascia going all the way to the very back as well is very unique in this vehicle. Most particularly is the hood design, which is almost, I find, very resemblant of a Dodge Viper. You'll notice just for airflow, and it's got these cutouts just in the very front here. It creates just an amazing look from the exterior. On the front, there is a forward collision warning detection system, as well as adaptive cruise control. So when you're on the highway, you can set the distance between yourself and the vehicle in front of you and maintain that distance. It will automatically slow down the vehicle if the person in front of you was to slow down and start braking. LED tail lamps,
headlights.
Headlights, thank you, Mike. On the front just creates a really nice look. So we'll go around to the driver's side here. Get you a nice walk around of the vehicle. You notice the supplemental signals on the mirrors, so as you're turning, people outside of the vehicle can see as you're turning as well. Very comfortable vehicle all the way around, comfortable for the people in the front, but also comfortable for the people in the back. Coming right around here, I'm going to open up the back doors, we'll open up the tailgate, get you a better idea of how comfortable the vehicle is on the inside. One of the things you'll notice is that for the front, really nice buckets, perfect bolsters, which just feel like they're hugging you the whole time. Suede inserts, as well as the white stitching on the leather, gives it that nice extra sporty look to it. Power tailgate in the very back of the vehicle, and one of the things that's, to me, it just looks amazing is the dual exhaust. It's got that sound, it's got that low end rumble to it, as well as the SRT inlay in the very back bumper. You'll also notice that this has the sensors on the very back here, so as you're backing up, it's going to show you on your display screen in the front of the vehicle how close you are getting to the object, whether it be on the left hand side or the right hand side, get you a better idea of how close you are. Decent space in the back of the vehicle. This also has the stereo subwoofer. This particular vehicle has the 19 speaker Harman Kardon system with 825 watt amplifier. Just an amazing sound system. You've got the tonneau cover in the back here, and the seats in the back do fold down. It's a 60-40 split, so loading heavier, bigger items into the vehicle is not a problem. You've got the button right here with the power tailgate, as well as an obstacle detection system to make sure that you're not going to close the gate on an object and break something or hurt somebody. As well as the backup camera. Cool thing with the backup camera in this vehicle is that as you turn on your screen in the interior of the vehicle, it actually shows a lane that would be turning, showing you exactly where the vehicle would be parked once you've turned or pulled into that spot. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go around to the front of the vehicle again. I'm going to pop open the hood, get you a nice view of the back seats as we pass by. Which I just do want to add is that the back seats are heated as well. So just down in the center you have the option to heat the seats. Power inverter in the back as well, so if you've got something to plug in while you're on the road. There we have it, folks. 6.4 liter V8 Hemi. As I mentioned before, 470 horsepower, 465 pound torque. I'd question to say it's probably one of the fastest SUVs on the market. Lots of insulation, so that way the noise isn't traveling straight into the interior of the vehicle. So as a driver, it is a pleasant driving vehicle. The sound doesn't overtake the interior of the vehicle. Of course, with the amount of power that it has, you can definitely tell it's a powerful vehicle at the same time. So we'll close that, and now I'm going to jump into the driver's seat. Mike, if you want to follow me around, because I'll show you just a couple features for the interior of the vehicle and the driver's side, and then we'll switch it up, and you can sit on that side, I'll jump in the other side. So before I get in, maybe if we want to just show everybody, nice carbon fiber inlay, power windows, door locks, power mirrors, just as well as those beautiful bolsters with the nice suede inserts for the interior. Power seat, 4-way power lumbar. And just in typical SRT fashion is you do have the flat bottom steering wheel. Nice, it's a heated steering wheel, and at 10 and 2 o'clock you notice you've got the nice grips to be able to grab on, and just make sure you've got firm grip on that steering wheel as you're taking off. So I'm going to jump inside of the vehicle now. So with the steering wheel that we have here, we do have our Bluetooth design, so you've got a couple buttons here to be able to operate that, as well as a few buttons here which will operate our TFT screen. One of the things I'm going to do is just to stop the beeping noise. I apologize. I am going to shut the door just really quick. Wonderful. So what you'll notice right here on the TFT, this is actually a 7.1-inch screen that's built into the center of the console here. All sorts of features that we have the ability to change. For example, right now, it's going to tell us what our 0 to 60 miles per hour times are. It's going to show as you drive along, and then it shows you in exact seconds how quickly you've driven that distance. To the next feature, showing you your braking distances. So if you want to see how long it takes you to actually stop from 100 kilometers an hour, 100 miles per hour if you're having a fun day. You've got your quarter mile times, which is going to show you, again, how far you've gone, and it will show you in seconds. Your eighth of a mile, and it will even show you your best times. G-forces, so as you're driving the vehicle, you could leave the screen up and be able to monitor how sharply you're going around the corner and just exactly how much pull there is on the vehicle. And then it's going to show you your peak G-forces, so showing you at your best how hard you were going around a corner. So with the electronic throttle, this does have the ZF 8-speed transmission. So you've got the button right here, very easy to operate, and it shows everything right up on the screen here. Your park, reverse, neutral, and drive. Very easy to operate this, and as of 2014, with the 8-speed electronic throttle, our towing abilities have actually gone up from 5,000 pounds up to 7,200 pounds for the 2014 Grand Cherokee SRT. Also on the steering wheel, you'll notice that you've got your paddle shifters. Again, 8 speeds, a lot of gears to be able to go through, and very good torque performance for all of those gears. These are the buttons right here to be able to control your 7.1-inch TFT cluster display screen, your cruise control, and then your adaptive cruise control, which is built right into the steering wheel. So literally hands on the road, or hands on the wheel, eyes on the road the whole time. I mean, it's just got that feeling of a cockpit, especially just, you know, being in these nice seats, the bolsters. So Mike, if you want to jump into this side, I'm going to jump around. We'll show you a couple more features on the 8.4-inch touchscreen in the middle. Mike's doing a good job showing you some of the nicer features within the vehicle and getting a just an idea for how nice the fit and finish is really of this vehicle, and showing you right now the 8.4-inch award-winning touchscreen radio system. Currently I have the SRT Performance app, which is up on the screen here. This is going to show you all sorts of cool things, but first of all I will tell you is that this background, this screensaver, you can change. You can change the angle of the vehicle, you could show a Viper if you prefer there, you can change the color, so it's really neat how customizable the features and settings are. On the left hand here I can open timers. So this is going to show you your best in 0 to 60, quarter mile, eighth of a mile, braking distance. So if you like to keep track of those things, you can show your current, last, and your best. You can save things, so very customizable. G-forces, So as you're going around a corner, again, you could just leave this right up on screen and get a better, idea of how hard you're driving the vehicle, how hard you're taking those corners if you're out on a track. One of the neat things actually with this as well is the steering angle. So right now it shows that the steering angle is 5 degrees. As you turn the steering wheel, you'll notice that it is changing, and you can go to a full 360 degrees, showing you've obviously done one exact full rotation of the steering wheel. And then when you do have the steering wheel in its dead center position. Down to gauges, which is our next. So we've got oil temperature, battery voltage, oil pressure. Go down again, we've got more screens, gauges, coolant, intake air, as well as transmission temperature. And then down to engine. One of my personal favorites is that it shows the horsepower, the torque rating, and even right here as Mike accelerates the engine, which I'm sure you've been waiting for. So you do notice the horsepower as well as the pound-foot torque increasing on the left display. Kilometers per hour, which we'll show here. One of the things that I do want to point out just very briefly is that you'll notice the outside temperature. This is in Fahrenheit. You do have the ability to change this from Fahrenheit to Celsius. Many of the settings which are shown here, you can change from kilometers to miles per hour. So you can go based on whatever's easiest for you and something you're most used to. The rest of the radio, very easy to operate. Cool thing with this too is that with the navigation, this not only has a 2-dimensional but a 3-dimensional navigation. So as opposed to showing strictly from an aerial view, this will show more of a road level or street level view, as if you're kind of behind the vehicle and watching the vehicle drive down the street. In certain cities, from what I understand, this will even show buildings, so it gives you almost a real display of what it exactly is that you are seeing in the vehicle. Other controls you'll notice, such as the heated seats, ventilated seats, which are for the front too, as well as the heated steering wheel. So very comfortable to drive the vehicle in all seasons, summer as well as the winter. And of course, with the 4x4 that this vehicle has, you're very safe to drive it all year round. AM, FM, as well as satellite radio, free for the first year. Very easy to operate through the touchscreen radio here. And again, with the 19-speaker system this vehicle has, just a perfect, amazing, crisp sound. You could turn this all the way up and still hear the person talking beside you, just in the fact that it's that clear of a radio system. Media, you do have, I'm just going to click the button, you've got USB, an SD card, an auxiliary input, as well as a Bluetooth function. So with the Bluetooth, you could have, if you have your music on your iPhone or on a BlackBerry, you could actually listen to the music wirelessly, just right through the radio system using that Bluetooth function. Down below here, you've got a place to keep your cell phone, as well as an SD card, an auxiliary input, as well as a USB. So one thing that the vehicle is not short of is the amount of storage that it has. So right above there, you'll notice you've got your driver's temperature, again showing in Fahrenheit currently, as well as passenger's temperature, which are separated. And below that, we've got our traction control, our eco mode. Being a very powerful vehicle, this still has the ability to drive eco-friendly. With the eco mode on, it gives you the ability to actually do a cylinder deactivation when the vehicle does not need those gears. Without that mode on, don't get me wrong, this vehicle is in all 8 cylinders. It is all power. It is absolutely ready to go. Forward collision warning detection, as well as the rear park assist system. You do have the ability to shut those off, so when you're backing up or pulling it forward into a parking spot, if you find it a little bit annoying just hearing a little beeping noise or seeing on the front display screen how close you are, you just like to go by the feel of things, go ahead and turn them right off. You've got the illuminated cup holders down below, as well as below that for your 4x4 system. You'll notice you've got different settings which will optimize the traction essentially in the vehicle. For example, in a snow mode, you might have more equal distribution of the torque going from the front as well as to the back. In a tow mode, you're going to have 70% in the back, 30% in the rear. You've got a sport and even track mode. So what this will do is it's all about optimization and making sure you have the right amount of torque going to the right wheels, essentially reducing the amount of wheel spin. Last, the launch button. An absolutely amazing thing is what this has the ability to do is level out the torque distribution, optimize the steering, to make sure that there's no wheel slippage, and when you hit that launch button and you go into the launch mode, it's just going to take off just like a bat out of hell. It's really, really quick. So Mike doing a good job to show us again the interior quality as well as the features. You've got a nice black roof. This does have the full panoramic sunroof, which with the one-touch button, our sunroof is right here, but this actually, the window goes all the way to the back of the vehicle. So if it's a beautiful summer day, you can get a really nice airflow, but the people in the back, they've got a nice view, obviously to their left and to the right, but also looking up. So folks, that's about all I can think of for the time being. I hope you've enjoyed the presentation of the 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT8. What we're going to do is I'm going to have Mike actually just jump out of the vehicle. I'm going to jump out, give you one more last look around the outside of the vehicle. And I definitely want to give Mike Mathie credit for the filming of the vehicle. I really appreciate your time, Mike. If you have any questions for Mike or myself, again, my name is Paul Eccles, and it's Mike Mathie behind the camera. Our telephone number here is 905-688-2802. And again, it's Performance Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in St. Catharines. So you can get the vehicle, and I know the moment that you have all been waiting for is just to hear the engine and just how nice it actually is. Anyways, folks, again, Paul Eccles. Take care. Have a good day.